The video you are watching now is the fifth part of the entire tutorial. Software usage tips. So the first point, let's take a look at the use of shortcuts. First, in the custom layout, or in our personalized layout, we select this selection option and open this checkbox. We can press the Shift key and left mouse button to select. After we have selected all the pixels, these pixels will be framed in a white box to display them separately. After we have selected, we can use our Control key and left mouse button to drag it. To drag the position, we can also press the ESC key to cancel all selection. Let's take a look at another way, that is, press the Shift key and the left mouse selecting button. If we want to cancel a part of it, we can press the Alt key on the keyboard to select the box. This way, we can cancel the selection. These areas are selected. Okay, let's look at the second tip. Let's first cancel all selections. At this time, we can use the scroll wheel of our mouse to zoom in and out locally. Then, the middle button can directly let us drag the position of the map in the pixel layout window. We can zoom in and out, and move the position. All of these are selected by the middle mouse button. The third point is that we can modify the model of the controller. To modify the model of the controller, for example, if we can change it to 4 ports. Okay, then we can add more controllers to perform and for independent operation. Fourthly, we can in the program list and the editing window, we can use the mouse wheel to zoom in or out this pixel map and then preview it. In this way, we can display the physical scene to display it in a larger scale. This way, it can be more intuitive. When all the connection maps are laid out, we split the signal ports and add the operation of the controller port. First, our first step. For the first port with the most pixels, we perform a simple split. We find the point we want to split. For example, we want to split at the 200th point. We find the 200th point of our side. Okay, we find the 200. For the 200th, we first select to delete the line. Hold down the Shift key to select the 200. After confirming, and this will be deleted. Okay, let's take a look at our store again. Click the mouse on the connection option. We find the new point we want to split. For example, or the first port of another controller. We select the first point. At this time, look at our first port and the first pixel point. We connect it again. Okay, now a port has been divided. The first port is now 199, and the second one becomes 641. Okay. We have another operation. After the splitting, sometimes we want to reverse the operation. That is, to merge multiple ports into one. In this case, we can do this. We can still do the same operation. Delete this part. After deleting, we select this one and connect the first port. In this way, it is completed to merge the ports of the pixel points 6 in the already connected pixel map. Delete the pixel point, move the position, or add a single pixel point. Let's take a look. Open it in the personalized layout. We first perform a shift operation on the pixels. We first open this checkbox. After opening, our mouse changes to a standard triangle cursor icon. We select a depth point and click to select it. Each click adds a pixel point. At this time, we can also select by clicking and holding the Shift key. We can select an area. When we move at this time, we need to press the CT or L key on the keyboard and then drag it with the left mouse button. This forms an operation of pixel displacement. The second part is to delete a certain pixel. First, in this irregular layout, sometimes will be added repeatedly. This will cause the color behind too will be messed up. We find the pixel that has been added more. For example, if the 72nd pixel is added twice, we can select it by clicking. We press the delete key, and the keyboard will automatically delete it. After deleting, if we delete the wrong one, or when we are connecting lines, and we add less pixels, we can also choose to add it. To add a single pixel at this time in the normal selection mode, select this, 71. At this time, we cancel this option. Our mouse will turn into a red dot. At this time, we click on the target position. At this time, we have added a pixel. So what we need to pay attention when we are adding is, we must select the previous pixel point. For example, if we want to select 71, this is an addition forward. If we want to add 74, we should select 73. Then, click here to add it. After adding, when we complete the operation, we will see the element of the added pixel point. Here is a white circle, which represents a prompt for our addition, which can easily identify the position where we added it. The seventh is light synchronization. This function can be achieved in the pixel layout. When adding pixels or when placing pixel positions, our on-site lighting will be mapped to this position to light up an LED light to quickly confirm this position to light up an LED light, the accuracy of the pixel layout, and the accuracy of the number of light pixels. Let's take a look at our layout. Click on the personalized layout. We can see a lighting synchronization function. We turn on this function and select the corresponding device port. We can choose the color that the light should map to. We turn on red. Now, it's connected. We confirm. At this time, our mouse. Here is a red circle. It is a pixel adding mode. At this time, we add our pixel points. We select a port. Every time we add a pixel, this position, the corresponding light on the scene will be lit. For example, if we add the position on the scene, the corresponding positions will be lit up. In the case of a regular stage setting, we will use it a lot. Let's exit this function. First, we still click on the lighting synchronization. We just click to turn it off. This shows that the function is turned off successfully. When we add pixels, the on-site lighting will not be mapped. The corresponding mapping output. 8th, when exporting the program, we can adjust the brightness of the light and RGB sequence. Okay, let's operate here. We click on the export LED file. At this time, we can select the chip model or modify it here. RGB settings. You can see that it will change here. This one is adjusted according to our chip. Let's look at the brightness adjustment here. This is more important when exporting. We can adjust the brightness of each channel value. For example, the red channel is 40%. Or our blue channel. We can adjust the brightness value. This data is very accurate. That is the brightness value. We can adjust all three channels together or just adjust a single channel. This is very useful for us. Special color requirements. For saving energy on the scene and lighting, we use this for the on-site effect. It will be used a lot. 9th, we can in our custom animation layout. Yes, this grid setting. To adjust the size of the grid, we can set it to 5, or 1, or 2. The maximum size is 5, and the minimum is 1. Let's take a look at the current state of 5. At this time, below each pixel grid is the area where the LED will be copied, where the color will change. Let's take an example. Let's select 2 grids. Now, to make an animation effect, we make a flowing water. Let's preview it. At this time, all the grid blocks below the assigned pixel point. In the future, in the program, the light in this area will emit a color. Let's take another example. Let's pause and clear the current frame. Let's set the size to 2. At this time, we will find the density of this grid will increase exponentially. Then let's look at the grid. The position of negative pixel points will become more accurate. At this time, we select 2 grids. Its fineness. The denser the grid, the clearer the picture effect will be, the higher the fineness. The 10th point is in our custom layout. In the animation window, there is a manual operation. In the manual operation function area, we have a hand drawing. This hand drawn function, we can set it here. Its width and color of the hand drawn line. For example, we choose a blue color for the stroke. We can set it here. In this way, after we finish the operation, all the lights will follow the node we just drew to animate a copy of it. This is a typical design idea, a border effect, a typical design idea. Okay, the 11th point. When we are doing animation effects, for example, we have finished the effect and we want to do it in the middle part or the beginning part. While drawing the red outline, we can also, to play this effect simultaneously, we need to drag this frame block forward. Drag it to the front or the position you want. For example, we put it here. At this time, we still use the same operation method. Let's make a red stroke. Now we start from the beginning of the first letter. To start the stroke, let's set it to 2. Let's start outlining from the second word. Then we hold down the left mouse button at this time and directly drag and drop it. At this time, we will find the previous stroke. At the same time, another area will also be synchronized, a copy of the light. Okay, let's do a flowing border treatment. You can directly hold down the mouse here and not let go. If you release it, the animation effect will be instantly lost. When I release it, when I continue to press down the previous frame block, it will not copy this color block. It will jump directly. Let's take a look at the effect. Look, the water is flowing. See, when we reach here, we just release the left mouse button. It will not be copied. Then it will jump directly to this place and start to go down. What we need to pay special attention to is synchronous border tracing. When we use the left mouse button to trace, we can release it at the beginning. If we release it once, we start to trace again. If there is a needle in front, it will be lost. The function of parallel processing. The 12th point is in our custom animation layout. Color palette management. Here we can see, there is an invalid color palette and the color palette. This one is invalid. Refers to the settings of all the colors. Color block settings. After clicking on it, it will not take the settings. It only takes the current one. The current color selection, that is, in any action we take when moving, it will be a solid color. Okay, let's cancel the invalid color palette. At this time, it will take the color. Every transition will be taken. After opening it, you can see that here, it only stacks the current color block value. This is the function of color palette invalidation. Let's take a look at the color palette button. After clicking it, a dialog box will appear. We can see that there are different color values. The higher the value, the finer the grayscale. The color transition between each grid will be more gentle. There is a function here. It's our custom gray level. Some of our customers, when choosing color transition, they have some special requirements, such as color mixing requirements. We can adjust it here. For example, we choose a red and color to mix. Okay, we choose red. And the end color is blue. At this time, our contact is the same as the grayscale. We choose 100. This value can be adjusted by yourself. We will see here, a color value dialog box. Okay, we directly add the color palette at this time. Then confirm. At this time, we can add the color value of our color mixing into our color palette. We can use this color value to make a shift and a straightening processing. The 13th point is how to solve the problem of our animation materials when looping. Always stutters or has severe splicing marks. Such an effect, in our experiment, will make our animation production look very unprofessional. Okay, let's see how to solve this problem. The material we are seeing now is one we made. From the first frame to the last frame, it can't achieve. The head and tail can be connected. How can we solve this abrupt problem? It's actually very simple. We just need to delete the head and tail needles to make a reduction. Let's see how to do it. First, we need to clear this material. We make a selection of a color palette, and then make a flowing effect. When making the flowing effect, we must pay attention. If we choose the red position, we must make more than 2 loops. Okay, let's see what the so-called loop is. Let's look at this red dot. The last stitch just fits into the last square. This square, in this position, let's drag it forward. Okay, this is the first loop. This loop, the previous stitch can be just stuck in the last grid, and then push it forward. There is also red in front. It can also be stuck in this position. At this time, we only need to show a date here. The current frame is 85. We just need to delete the 85 frames in front, and it's done. Before deleting it, there is a black area. It has to start over every time it plays. Okay, we just need to delete this black area. Delete the 85 frames here, then it can achieve a loop playback. Its last frame at the end. If we want the looped frame to be shorter and take up less space, we can just delete the first loop, the red grid, to the last position. Okay, we can also delete the 38 frame, the 196th frame of the total number of frames. Let's see how to solve it. We delete the frame from 196 to the end. So, what about frame 196? We need to start deleting from the last frame of 196, which is 197. It just fits into this position. Then we delete the previous part. The red dot is at frame 85. So, when we delete the 85. The previous stitch is 84. It starts from the first frame to the 84th. Okay, at this time, let's play this material again. When it is playing in a loop, the first frame and the last frame are completely the same. So, when we play it in a loop, there will be no stuttering. It will become very smooth. Point 14. Okay, our software supports multiple languages. To switch languages. Okay, let's see how to switch. We find the menu bar of our software and select Help. There is a language. We just need to select the interface of the language we want. And that's it. Let's take English as an example. Let's select English. Whether to restart, the software will automatically restart. Our interface will become in English.